And that ball's hit to the shortstop. Rojas throws it over to first base, and that's not going to be enough. That's an infield single.
So, Caitlin Clark yesterday went semi-viral for talking about baseball.
From breaking WNBA assist records to breaking into baseball commentary, we're about to show you how Caitlin Clark's viral video could change her whole career. And trust me, you don't want to miss this play-by-play. Picture this, Caitlin Clark, the basketball superstar, suddenly popping up on your screen. Talking baseball? That's right. Our girl Caitlin just threw us a curveball, and it's not on the court. She dropped a TikTok video commenting on a Brewers-Phillies game, and it's blowing up.
I didn't really know she was recording until a little bit ways through, but I don't know, it's just kind of fun, and I've kind of been following the Phillies.
The MLB themselves. 22,000 likes on this comment, and we will get her in the booth. MLB, I'd be honored. It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen, more than likely, but it will be hilarious. That would be hilarious in the off-season.
You know what's crazy? Clark's got jokes. She called out a player for wearing red Skechers and had everyone cracking up. Her natural style and humor? It's like she's been doing this forever. But here's the real kicker. The MLB noticed. They're loving it. And now there's talk about Clark maybe getting a broadcasting gig. Can you imagine? This could be more than just a fun moment for Caitlin. It could be a whole new ball game for her career. While Clark's baseball commentary skills are impressive, her basketball prowess is on another level entirely. Picture this. A rookie steps onto the court, and suddenly, an entire franchise is transformed. That's exactly what happened when Caitlin Clark joined the Indiana Fever. Let's talk about Clark's rookie season, because it's nothing short of mind-blowing. She's not just playing the game, she's rewriting the rulebook. In her first 40 WNBA games, Clark set multiple records. We're talking WNBA single season and single game records for assists. And get this, she holds the rookie records for points, assists, and three-pointers. That's not just good, that's legendary. But here's where it gets wild. Clark's impact goes beyond her personal stats. She led the Indiana Fever to their first playoff appearance in 8 years. 8 years. That's like an eternity in sports time. Imagine being the player who breaks that drought. It's like Clark walked into the locker room and said, "Playoffs? We're doing that now." Now you might think, okay, but rookies always face challenges, right? And you'd be right. Clark's had her share of rookie moments. She's averaging 5.5 turnovers per game. That's a lot of Butterfingers moments. But here's the thing. She's also averaging 17.3 points, 6.3 assists, and 5.4 rebounds per game. It's like for every mistake, she's making 3 amazing plays to make up for it. And let's talk about the physical play. WNBA veterans aren't exactly rolling out the welcome mat for Clark. They're coming at her hard, trying to throw her off her game. It's gotten so intense that there's talk about the Fever needing to sign an enforcer to protect her on the court. Can you imagine? A rookie so good they need bodyguards on the court? But here's what's really insane. Clark's not just changing the game on the court, she's revolutionizing the entire franchise. Since she joined, the Fever's popularity has exploded. We're talking increased ticket sales, merchandise flying off the shelves, and social media buzzing like a beehive. It's like Clark didn't just join a team, she brought a whole parade with her. Think about it. How many rookies can say they've transformed an entire franchise in their first season? Clark's not just playing basketball, she's putting on a show, and people are tuning in. It's like she's got this magical ability to make people fall in love with the game all over again. And you know what's even crazier? This is just the beginning. Clark's rookie season is like the first chapter of an epic novel. We've seen her overcome challenges, break records, and light up the scoreboard. But there's so much more to come. Will she continue to improve her game and cut down on those turnovers? How will she handle the pressure of being the face of a franchise? And most importantly, can she lead the Fever to a championship? Remember when people said women's basketball was boring? Clark didn't just prove them wrong. She shattered that myth into a million pieces. How did one rookie turn the WNBA into must-see TV that's giving the NFL a run for its money? Let's break it down. First off, let's talk numbers. The Indiana Fever games are on fire this season, and it's all thanks to Clark. Get this, the 14 most watched WNBA games this season, they all featured Indiana. That's not just good, that's insane. We're talking about a team that was barely on anyone's radar before Clark showed up. But here's where it gets wild. On September 6th, a game between the Minnesota Lynx and Indiana Fever averaged 1.26 million viewers. That's not just a big number for the WNBA, that's a number that's making the NFL sweat. Imagine being so good that you're not just changing your sport, you're changing the entire sports landscape. Now you might be thinking, okay, but how is she doing this? Well, it's not just about her skills on the court, which are incredible, by the way. It's about her whole vibe.
All we do is have fun. With Caitlin Clark, we never take anything serious. Like, I tell people all the time, she's really a kid at heart. You gotta understand the outside world was really trying to get inside the building, and we just didn't let it. And having fun is a great way to kind of keep that up.
Clark's got this fun-loving attitude that's infectious. Her teammate, Erica Wheeler, spilled the tea on what it's like to play with Clark. She said, "All we do is have fun with Caitlin Clark, who never takes anything seriously. Having fun is a great way to kind of keep that out." Keep what out? All that pressure and expectation? Think about it. Clark's not just playing basketball, she's changing the whole atmosphere of the game. She's making it fun, exciting, and unpredictable, and people are loving it. It's like she walked into the WNBA and said, "Hey, why so serious?" And suddenly, everyone remembered why they fell in love with sports in the first place.
The team is positive. The team is positive. Everybody seems to be getting on well, and I have a weird feeling when the season's over, we're going to see her doing some play-by-play commentating.
But here's what's really crazy. Clark's not just changing the game on the court, she's potentially changing the whole game of being an athlete. Remember that viral baseball commentary video? That wasn't just a funny moment. That was a glimpse into a whole new world of possibilities. Imagine this, an athlete who's not just great at their sport, but also great at talking about other sports. That's Clark. She's got this natural ability to engage fans, whether she's dribbling a basketball or cracking jokes about baseball. It's like she's creating a whole new playbook for what an athlete's career can look like. This isn't just about Clark having a fun side gig. This could be the start of something huge. We're talking about a potential new model for athletes. Imagine a world where your favorite basketball star is also a top sports commentator. It sounds crazy, but that's exactly where Clark could be headed.
A little different than basketball, but I don't know if commentating's in my future, but who knows? Maybe one time for fun, somebody will let me do it. And in baseball, there's like a lot of dead time, so you have to find some random things to talk about. So I was like talking about his shoes, talking about random stuff. But.
So she officially was offered a commentating gig by a baseball team.
And you know what? It makes perfect sense. Athletes have always been more than just players. They're entertainers, role models, and now potentially broadcasters. Clark's viral moments aren't just funny. They're showing us a whole new way for athletes to connect with fans and build their careers. Think Clark's changing the game now? Just wait. Her next play might not be on the court at all. What if her real MVP moment comes from rewriting the playbook on what it means to be a pro athlete? You've seen Caitlin Clark dominate on the basketball court, but now she's showing us she's got game in a whole new arena. Remember that viral baseball commentary video? It wasn't just a funny moment. It was Clark dropping hints about her future plans. Here's the scoop. Clark straight up asked the Philadelphia Phillies to hire her as a commentator in the comments of her teammate's TikTok video. Talk about shooting your shot. She's not just waiting for opportunities to come to her, she's creating them. That's the kind of hustle that makes her a star on and off the court. But here's what's really wild. Clark might be onto something bigger than just a side gig. More and more athletes are jumping into the broadcasting game after their playing days are over. It's like they're trading in their jerseys for microphones. And Clark, she's showing she's got the skills to join that club. Imagine this. Clark's on the court, breaking ankles and dropping dimes. Then, the next day, she's in the broadcast booth, breaking down plays and dropping knowledge bombs about other sports. It's like she's creating a whole new position, the athlete commentator. And you know what? It makes total sense. Think about it. Who knows sports better than the people who play them? Clark's got that insider knowledge, that player's perspective, but she's also got something extra, that natural ability to connect with fans. It's like she's speaking our language, whether she's talking hoops or hardball. But here's the real question. Could Clark actually pull off a double career? Playing pro basketball is no joke. It's a full-time job and then some. Adding a broadcasting gig on top of that? That's like trying to play offense and defense at the same time. But if anyone can do it, it's Clark. You know what's crazy? This could be a game changer for women's sports. Imagine Clark becoming not just a basketball icon, but a sports media superstar. She could be paving the way for a whole new generation of female athletes who see their careers extending beyond the court or field. And let's talk about what this means for the WNBA. Having a player who's also a popular broadcaster? That's like free advertising for the league. Every time Clark steps up to the mic, she's putting women's basketball in the spotlight. It's like she's scoring points for her team even when she's not playing. But here's the thing, this isn't just about Clark. It's about changing how we see athletes. For too long, we've put athletes in these narrow boxes. You're a basketball player, or you're a commentator. But Clark, she's saying, why not both? She's showing us that athletes can be multidimensional, that they can have skills and interests beyond their main sport. And you know what? Fans are loving it. We're in an age where people want to connect with athletes on a personal level. They want to see the person behind the player. Clark's commentary gives fans exactly that. A chance to see her personality, her humor, her insights. It's like getting courtside seats to her thoughts. Let's talk about how Caitlin Clark is changing the game, not just on the court, but off it too. This girl's journey is wild. She went from college superstar to WNBA rookie sensation, and now she's eyeing a broadcasting gig? That's crazy. Clark's not just playing basketball, she's redefining what it means to be an athlete. Her teammates say she's boosting their profiles too. It's like she's got this magic touch that makes everyone around her shine. You know what's really cool? Clark's showing us that athletes can be more than just players. She's got this fun personality that fans love, whether she's dribbling a ball or cracking jokes about baseball. It's like she's creating a whole new playbook for sports careers. Imagine a world where athletes don't just play one sport, but comment on others too. That's the future Clark's building. She's inspiring a whole new generation to think bigger about their careers in sports.